What's up, guys? Today's video, like the last ones, brought to you by Atlas Gunworks because they sent me an Erebus, which I'm very excited about. I have shot a bunch of different Atlas pistols. This is by far the most fun one that I've shot. I shot Adam Maxwell's a little bit after PCSL 2 Gun Nationals and was comparing it against mine, and surprise, surprise, it was way, way, way nicer than my pistol. Since I did a full kind of like getting used to the gun thing for the Athena that came last time, I'm not going to drag you guys through all of that. You can see that process and see what I generally do for the dry fire side of things. We are going to have a video shooting this thing live fire. What I am doing today is mounting a Defender XL on here, which I think is the most appropriate dot for this gun, because there's a few steps that you need to be careful of. So one thing you'll notice here, so I got the optics plate. I already screwed this down. I forgot that I was going to make the video before I torqued everything down, but use a torque wrench. Those guys go to 18 inch-pounds according to Atlas. And you'll notice here that I don't have co-witness sights on the back of this thing. This gun doesn't even have a front sight, but I don't like a co-witness sight. I want to see my entire dot area completely unencumbered. So that is what I like. So we're going to go over really quick how I mount this sucker to the gun. We're going to skip the torquing those down because I already did it. But once I do that, I'm going to take a Sharpie. I like the gold Sharpie, and I'm going to put a witness mark in there. So a little line that goes across the bolt and touches the mount in the same place. So if I take that dot off, I can just glance at that really quick and see visually that that thing hasn't moved at all. Now I'm going to stick the dot on there. There we go. And just like I did with the bottom screws on the plate, blue Loctite. I'm a fan of the blue Loctite. Red Loctite scares me, so I don't use it very often unless it's something that I literally never want to come off. And in this case, you know, maybe Vortex comes out with another dot that I want to try one day, and I want to change that plate. I don't want red Loctite in there keeping me from ever doing that, because that would be quite a bummer. So now we take our little Torx wrench. I think it is a T10 Torx for these guys. Put it in here, and a couple key things. So the Atlas plates here, they are the same thread pitch as the base for the Defenders that it comes with, that had, you know, a little Picatinny rail attachment. However, the screws that go into the stock one are a little bit longer. So if you use the screws that come with the Defender on the plate, they will be too long. And I'll just pull this up and show you what happens here. But this, the screws will push down there and will actually pry up the back part of the plate, and you'll see daylight underneath there. And you can imagine that probably does pretty bad things to your zero. I'm guessing you get a lot of zero creep. So you want to use the same thread pitch that comes on the dot, but in the box will be some included screws that are a different length. You want to use the shorter ones, and then you'll be stoked. So 15 inch-pounds on the red dot. Again, I'm going to get my gold Sharpie and I'm going to co-witness that guy. So I'm going to put a little mark right there, and it's going to touch both the bolt and the dot. So at a quick glance, I can just confirm that everything is still all lined up. So move that up just a little bit more. There we go. Now, load it up. That is the whole process. It doesn't take much time. Use a torque wrench. It's really fast. 18 inch-pounds mounting the base to the gun, 15 inch-pounds mounting the dot to the base, blue Loctite, gold Sharpie. That's pretty much the entire process. I'm gonna do a whole bunch of dry fire. I'm gonna get used to this gun. We're gonna go out to the range tomorrow, and we're gonna shoot it a bit at the armory, but I would say, I'm guessing it's gonna go quite well. I'm pretty stoked. I'll see you guys there.